Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Tuesday, March 21st, reveals that E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerregel, made a confession to Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, as they spent some time in bed together. Although E.J. seemingly hashed things out with Stefan DiMera, Brandon Barish, E.J. admitted he was still determined to bring his brother down. After E.J. assumed Stefan was doing the same thing, he talked about roping Lee Shin, Remington Hoffman, into his plan and telling Lee what he needed to hear. In return, Lee offered up intel, so E.J. explained the fashion line that just might distract Gabby Hernandez, Camila Banus. Nicole also got updates on the infidelity clause that meant Gabby would lose her DiMera shares if she cheated with Stefan, so E.J. planned to use that to his advantage. Downstairs at the DiMera mansion, Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gearing, showed up so that Stefan could sign on the dotted line, which would officially drop the charges against Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, and Brady Black, Eric Martsolf. Rafe confessed that he was also there to talk about Lee, who made Stefan look good by comparison. Stefan assured Rafe that he wouldn't give up on getting Gabby away from her current husband and vowed to blow Lee out of the water. Meanwhile, Gabby found Lee wrapping up a phone call where he gushed over her brilliance. Lee disconnected and revealed that he'd set up an initial meeting with Saxton since they were excited about the possibility of partnering with Gabby. Although Gabby was initially upset over Lee moving full speed ahead without telling her, she decided a meeting couldn't hurt. Gabby went to get dressed and left her phone in the living room, so Lee answered it when Stefan called. That gave Lee a chance to say Gabby was busy getting ready for an important business meeting. If Gabby wanted Stefan to know what it was about, Lee suggested Gabby would tell Stefan herself. After Lee hung up, Gabby returned and realized she'd missed Stefan's call. Lee apologized for overstepping and offered to let Gabby call Lee back, but he warned that they might be late for their Saxton's meeting. Gabby admitted she didn't want to be late, so she agreed to leave without returning Stefan's call. Since Lee already promised he'd be at the meeting, Gabby caved on letting him come with her and said he was driving. Back with Stefan, he threw his phone in frustration right as E.J. appeared. Nicole also joined the conversation as Stefan complained about Lee making things up to keep him from Gabby. However, Nicole insisted Lee might be telling the truth and revealed the word on the street about Gabby's potential Saxton's partnership. Stefan seemed suspicious of Nicole's knowledge, but she insisted she heard stuff at Basic Black. E.J. also mentioned the infidelity clause, but he claimed he heard it through Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace. That news also left Stefan suspicious, but Nicole said no one could ever accuse Wendy of discretion. Next on Tuesday's Days episode, E.J. and Nicole acted like they felt sorry for Stefan since he was facing such a tough situation. Stefan griped since Lee was watching him like a hawk and preventing him from seeing Gabby. Nicole said maybe she could arrange for Gabby and Stefan to meet privately since Lee wasn't watching her. Since Stefan made amends with his brother, Nicole pointed out that she was on his side as much as E.J. was. Nicole also suggested she was a romantic at heart and was happy to work something out, so Stefan thanked her, though he seemed a bit skeptical. In a moment alone on Tuesday's Days episode, E.J. praised Nicole's Oscar-worthy performance and felt all they had to do was arrange for Lee to catch this secret rendezvous. In bed with Sloan Peterson, Jessica Surfety, Eric got an alert on his phone since he was looking for a new job. Sloan insisted Eric should open his own gallery and work for himself since he had so many great photographs. Eric argued that kind of thing took money, not to mention he'd need a space for it. Sloan said Sweet Bits would be hers soon, so she offered up the space and thought she could invest with the money she was about to win in the lawsuit. In the town square on Tuesday's Duel show, Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowen, took the "Help Wanted" sign down. Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, appeared and was sorry about having to put her foot down, but Chanel just couldn't hire anyone due to their frozen assets. Chanel finally admitted that she already hired Talia Hunter, a caterer civilian, since she couldn't risk someone else snatching her up. Paulina bickered with Chanel until her phone rang, which led to Belle Brady's Martha Madison shocker. Once Paulina hung up, she let Chanel know that Belle managed to get the whole case thrown out, so she took a moment to celebrate with her daughter. In bed with Eric again, Sloan also took a call about the failed lawsuit, so she unleashed her anger. Once Sloan began throwing and smashing things in a fit of rage, Eric tried his best to calm her. After Eric pointed out that nobody would have been going to jail anyway, he suggested it was just money. Sloan fired back that it was never about the money and was sick of those women getting away with what they did to her dead mother. At the pub on Tuesday's Days episode, Talia quizzed Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, about her love life just before Rafe walked in. Rafe noticed when Jada and Tada clammed up, so he wondered what they'd been discussing. Jada ultimately changed the subject and warned Talia not to be late to her new job. Once Talia mentioned something about getting used to Baker's hours, Jada was stunned over her sister's career change. Rafe felt like he was missing something, so Jada admitted that Talia was a doctor and that she'd graduated from Stanford at the top of her class. After Jada said it was always Talia's dream to be a doctor, Talia argued it was actually their dad's dream for her instead. Now Talia was following her own passion, but Jada remained baffled as she spoke with Rafe alone. That led to Rafe and Jada bonding over problematic younger siblings that refused to listen to advice. Rafe once again tried to get Jada to divulge what she was talking about earlier, but Jada was saved by the bell when Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, called about a case. In the town square again, Talia overheard Chanel as she wrote out her budget and expressed how happy she was that she could pay her new employee. Although Talia didn't realize there was a problem, she was glad it all got sorted out. Talia met Paulina and confessed that she didn't go to culinary school, but she still felt she was a good baker. When Sloan sauntered over, she wondered if Talia knew that she was working for a couple of criminals. Sloan called Chanel a murderer and insisted that Paulina covered it up. Paulina argued that Sloan lost and would keep on losing, but Sloan hinted about not needing the legal system for revenge. As Eric sat alone, he looked through some of his old photos and seemed deep in thought once he landed on one of Nicole. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Eric and Nicole's romance may not be over just yet, so stay tuned to Duel. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Days of Our Lives Gossip YouTube channel for more update news.